Hey everyone, hope you guys are all doing well.
And I've got, again, a new order for you today. But also I want to show you the new products that are coming out on Monday. I obviously don't have them yet, but I have some printouts that I can show you. And so you can find these on my website or your own advisor's website starting Monday at noon Central Time. Okay, the borders I've made for you today are a little bit of a twist on the flag banner border. Now, I know this one came out about 4th of July last year, not this year. And I keep looking at it thinking, what am I going to do with that? Because 4th of July is only once a year, but I want to be able to use it more. So I came up with an idea I think you guys are going to like. So let's go over to my desktop. And I want to show you, here's the borders, but I'll get to those in a minute. This is what's coming out on Monday. This is Nordic Winter, and it is so pretty. It's got some really pretty winter colors. It has greens and blues and browns, light browns. It's got a decorative bundle that will be 10% off for about a week, usually a week. Let's see, it goes until November 3rd. So it comes out on Monday, and the bundle with 10% off goes until November 3rd. But it includes paper pack, the stickers, the matte pack, and 2 new punches. And these punches were designed to go together. We have the Snow Capped Mountains Border Punch, which is similar to the other 2 we've had a few years back. But it adds just a different dimension. And then we've got the Tree Line Border Maker cartridge that is similar to one we had a long time ago that was discontinued quite a while back. So now you have an opportunity to get another one with some pine trees and stuff like that. Then there's the embellishments, the Nordic Winter embellishments. They are so cute, and they are all embossed. So it gives a little bit of different dimension to your pages also. Then there's a Called to Serve collection. This has paper pack, stickers, and you can get it in digital. This is what I keep saying in many of my videos to you guys. You can buy the digital pack, download it to your computer. You can print things out from your computer, or you can upload it to the Cricut Design Space if you have that. And then you can make all kinds of other borders and stuff like that for your pages. So that's what's coming out on Monday. Today, this is using the flag banner punch. But if you look at it close, it doesn't look like that, does it? It looks like a real fun, generic type of a border that you can make. This one, I'll give you the dimensions in a minute, but I punched them, and then I punched our rickrack border, and then added just a piece down the middle. This one, I added other brighter papers behind it for fall, autumn days, but I still use the same. This is the Bedazzled geometric paper. So I combined some different papers to make this border. This is still available from your advisor, Bedazzled geometric paper pack. It's got some really pretty papers. There's foil designs on several of the different pages. Then I also combined Autumn Harvest and the Sunflower Fields paper packs in making these different borders. So I'll show you how I combine them. But the colors all pretty much went together, and it was really fun putting all these together for you. So I'm going to move this out of the way and just put it off to the side here. Now, I've done this technique before on other border cartridges, border punches. I took a piece of cardboard. This one is a 3/8 inch piece. I also, on this border, used for the back piece, a 1/2-inch piece. Okay, so what I've done is I've cut these pieces of cardboard out, and you don't need big pieces. This came out of a mat pack from our mat cards collection, and I've just cut it into 3/4 or 3/8 of an inch, sorry, and a 1/2 inch. So a little more than 1/4, and then the 1/2 inch to get these various sizes. And then I didn't use one at all. So I'm going to use this bedazzled sheet of paper right here. This one came out of the geometric pack. This one has very similar colors, and it came out of the Stars bedazzled pack. And I like them both. The colors are very similar, but for this particular border, I found that I liked the dots because it seemed to show up a little bit better. This is the one with the stars. And you can actually barely see the stars on there. So it just blends really well. So I'm going to actually use this one with the dots. And I'm going to take my trimmer and I'm going to score it at 1 inch. Because I'm going to fold it. So I've done this technique before. So I took out my straight cut blade and I put in the scoring blade. I'm just going to move this over and score it at 1 inch. Okay, again, don't push too hard because you don't want it ripping your paper. I got something stuck on there. But you want to make sure that it's going to be folding for you really well. Okay, now for next time, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put that one in there. But I'm going to fold it over. Okay, and sometimes you don't always have to put a little bit of repositionable, just to make sure it's not going to jam up in my punch, because it has been doing that to me lately. I'm just going to fold this down. Now I've got the 3/8 of an inch piece of cardboard on here, so that's where I'm going to line my paper up. Is so when it goes in, it doesn't go all the way to the back. It's going to stop at that 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so I'm going to be moving from the left-hand side to the right side. So I'm going to line this paper up with this black line to start with. Okay, just make sure the paper is straight against that piece of cardboard when you start. And punch. Okay, move it over, line it up so you don't see any of the blue on this side over here. This can get a little tricky, so make sure it's lined up all the way there, okay? And it is punching through 2 sheets of paper, so you have to punch a little bit harder. Move it over. Punch it again. Now this last one can, you kind of lose lining it up on this side over here. So just kind of eyeball it, move this over, make sure it's straight as possible. And it's helpful if you can line up the paper here on the bottom too to make sure it's straight. So you get a good cut. Okay. And like that, we now have banner punch looking more like something completely different decorated up. See how that works? And it doesn't really look like a flag banner the way it was originally designed. You can use it for just a generic type of a design. Now, I'm going to trim another sheet of paper. Put the ones I've used out of the way here. This one I'm just going to cut regular with this punch because I want it to, and I did put a little bit of repositionable adhesive on that to hold it in place. So you can just rub that off. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch 2 of these borders without the piece of cardboard because I want it to kind of mat behind what I've just punched so I can make it stick out a little better and make it show through better. But I really like this Bedazzled Geometric piece because this one has the foil on it. And I don't know if you can tell very well the way it is right now, but I'll show it to you. And line this up. Okay, there's one. Let me lift this up. You can see it really shine. Isn't that pretty? I really love the foil design on these. So I'm going to cut one more. And then just make sure all the blue on that side matches the pattern so that you can get a straight, even cut across here. So on this last one, just make sure it's pushed straight against the back. Even though you can't see it, make sure the paper is pushed in all the way to the back there. And we've got that one done. Okay. Pull this out of the way. And we're done with this punch. And so this was Bedazzled, but this is out of the, what did I say that was? It's not the Autumn Harvest, Sunflower Fields paper pack. And I used the decorative trimmer, and I wanted to use the wavy section here. So to line it up, I put the piece in and I lined the edge of the paper up with this very last line here. Okay, so you guys can see this. I didn't take it all the way to the edge. I just lined it up with this very last groove here. Okay, and then I centered it. So you can see I've got it centered from here and here on the bottom. I like to do that to make sure that the wavy sections are even. Okay, and then just cut straight down. And I've got my backing piece. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put some repositionable adhesive on the back. So then I can put the other striped pieces across on the bottom. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball this, just so this sticks out a little bit on each side, all the way down. So it's pretty even. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, same thing on this side. Even pretty much all the way down. All right. Now I'm going to put it on this bottom piece. what I'm going to do is I'm just going to center it on there. Again, I kind of just eyeball things. I really don't measure these a whole lot. And I don't know what this is. That's not the one I want to use. Oh, I think that was the vellum. Okay. Center it. That looks good. Center it up here. Now, isn't that fun? See how the colors really coordinate super well. This is bedazzled and this is a completely different fall paper pack. So, but they really go well. The gold in this paper matches with this yellow here, the sunflower yellow. So, so pretty. Okay. So, this one I wanted to show you. This one was made with the blue bedazzled. And the blue also goes really well with this sunflower paper. So these right here are from the Sunflower digital download. And I did a print and cut with my Cricut on these. So then I was able to go ahead and make multiple borders, because my customers love these borders, and use them over and over and over again. So I didn't have to buy multiple packs of the embellishments. Okay, so I really liked this one, but then to go kind of with the browns, I punched this one out of the fall paper packs and put it on here. So I really like, you can use these. This was still the bedazzled underneath and the fall brown. Okay, so adding a few of these embellishments on here. Finish up this border. Higher, sunflower fields. And see, this would have worked just fine over here too. So you can mix and match your colors. Okay, I also did, just to show you, I also did this one with a piece of vellum. This was out of the Autumn Harvest Vellum paper pack. And so I punched this with the vellum, and then this back piece, I used the 1/2-inch cardboard piece. So it made it smaller, and it didn't have these separations on the top here. So it was able to show the bedazzle underneath. So I used the 1/2-inch and the 3/8 inch on this one to give it another little different look, and using the vellum. Okay, so to finish this off, we can put it on a sheet of paper, and I have a couple of different ones to show you. So here, even though this is a reddish color, it blends really well with this brown. So you can then go ahead and add your photos. You can add a few photos on here. You can add a map card. I think I used this on one of the last ones I did. But you can add it just plain. Here again, I added some embellishments onto this mat card. Or you can take a larger mat card, mat it to give it a little different color, like this. You can add a few photos right here. Or add a journaling card, which is what I really like to do, because this way I make sure I get the journaling on my page. Because you know it is really, really important to have your photos and your journaling on your pages. You don't need anything else. You don't need fancy borders, but as long as you have the who, what, when, where, and your photos on your scrapbook pages, that's really all you need. But then you can add some other stuff to kind of jazz it up if you want. So you can do this like this, or even add just another photo or two. You can trim your photos down to focus on what you originally wanted to take the picture of to begin with. They don't all have to be 4x6. And then you've got that done. It also goes really well on a different color. Now this doesn't show up as well. So probably what I would do is, I mean, it's really pretty in the camera, so I may not do that. But I could take another sheet of paper and just make a larger piece that's a darker color to make it stand out a little better. Let's do that. Let's take, where's that other piece that I had? Okay, this is a similar color. And we will go ahead and use this again. And instead of copying at this last line here, we'll extend it out just a little more to make sure that the mat shows through well. You can put it here. Or we can even move it just a little more. You just eyeball it. It doesn't really have to be the right size perfectly, as long as you've got it straight. Okay. Add this on the top. Add this to the page. And then see how that stands out better on this particular page with the lighter color. Anyway, we're all done. Thank you so much for watching. And I really appreciate those who have left comments. I'm glad you're really liking my pages. And a little bit of housekeeping here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. I would really appreciate it. Just hit subscribe, click on the bell, because then you'll see when you'll get notified when my videos have come out. I've been a little off on getting them out consistently lately. I had 2 Croptoberfest weekends in a row, and then my cousin had heart surgery, so I've been visiting her in the evenings after work. And yeah, I do. I work full time, and so I've been going over and seeing my cousins, so it's kind of cut into my scrapbooking time. But go ahead, subscribe if you like these videos. And then if you don't have an advisor and you'd like to see these products and order these, don't just go to www.creativememories.com/user/Deanne Castro. I'd be happy to help you out. If you have any suggestions, feel free to email me, deannecmc2@yahoo.com. And I've got a Facebook group that I'm trying to post the information on new products coming out, any other ideas that I don't show in my videos. So I'm working on that. That's a work in progress. But if you'd like to be a part of that, go ahead and request to join the group, and I'd be happy to put you in. All right. So thanks so much, guys, for joining me, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great weekend. Okay. Bye.